Bears are cowards, they are smelly, they are furry, they poop in the woods. Bulls, on the other hand, we poop out in the open. We are ready to take the challenges head on. Have you heard of a coin called Shiba Inu? There is so much to learn about crypto from what happened in Shiba Inu. The coin went 1 million X, precisely 1.3 million X in 12 months. Yes, it did. This is a gain of 27,750 X versus Ethereum. That was the point it was even after the big collapse in 2022. It is fascinating to know that a lot of people still don't believe the magic of SHIB actually happened. But there are a lot of things to learn. What I find interesting, friends, is whenever you go to the mainstream crypto, it's always people trapping themselves. The magic of crypto winning and the formula is all captured in examples that have already happened. You don't need to look at the latest news to figure out what's going on, because most likely the latest news is junk. 10 pieces of news happen. Most of the time, all of them are crap. That's why I pick the best things for you. That's why you like, subscribe, belly button, all. That's why I appreciate every single one of you. Shock the algorithm, family friendly show. Shiba Inu popped 27,000 X, not percent, X. That's right. You put 1 ETH, you end up with 27,750 ETH. Big. But the caveat was, at the very, very beginning, you couldn't even put 1 ETH in. You only had like $1,000 of liquidity. So 1 ETH would have made it go up like 100%. So if you were the first guy to get in, yeah, maybe you would have got like 13,000 X return on your Ethereum, which is still freaking enormous, right? Now, what happened with SHIB? SHIB went from 1,000 holders to 1 million holders in just 365 days. You can use Metcalfe's law and you can find out and approximate what percentage you would have got, and guess what? It all lines up. It's just fascinating. Yes, that's right. SHIB works with Metcalfe's law. Okay, you do the percentage of 1 million. What the ratio is, isn't it fascinating, man? You do 1 million divided by 1,000. You're like, oh my gosh, you increased your user base by a 1,000x. Well, guess what, friends? If you square that, there's your 1 million X. That's exactly what SHIB did. SHIB went 1.3 million X from the low to the high. This is against USD. Against USD. It's crazy, isn't it? Paper handlers will always fear the green candles that SHIB did, because SHIB, its gains were intergalactic. Now, do you touch SHIB now? No. SHIB ain't cool and fun anymore. They have to go through a lot of things. I own the SHIBverse NFTs. You can buy them if you want. I don't really know, friends. I mean, just we're punting. Maybe they do something. Maybe they don't. There's a community still there. Everybody likes doggy dogs, but we'll see what happens. Interesting, right? Mr. Jeremy Scott. As we see the Dixie and the 10-year go lower, we're seeing gold and the S&P 500 go up. It feels like they are creating conditions for everything to go up, like a Christmas rally. You know what, friends? You might also consider this as the market saying, well, it's possible that we're going to have a soft landing. Okay. And when people get a sniff of that, coins like SHIB start going up. Things that exuberate excitement, they just put off this aroma of pumpermental green, growth, all these activity. Those are the type of things that happen. But unfortunately, SHIB is now cycle 2. So that's something you've got to be aware of. There's going to be new ones. For example, we saw hamster racing, which is a complete scam and grift, and the insiders just dumped on everyone, did a 300x in like 2 days, and everybody on Twitter bought it. Guess what? They all bought the top. They got wrecked. Congratulations. You made insider developer scum 300x richer in 48 hours. They exited like $1 million, and you exit with 0. So Mr. Jeremy is asking, right, I wonder if crypto is going to get some sort of pullback into mid-January. So these are the questions. If you're thinking about these, you're in the wrong game, because this is the game for someone on a 4-hour time frame, someone on a daily time frame, someone who's like managing a portfolio, 10 to 20 assets. Maybe they're doing different spreads. Maybe they're day trading. Those are the type of things they're looking for the trends to change. These can shift very fast. We're looking for home runs, because home runs change your life. You know how we know that? The blockchain, okay? You don't find anybody else out there who goes, wow, I just made this like 7% returns every week and now suddenly I'm retired. Those people, if you investigate them, most of the times they're frauds. So they'll come out, they'll talk a big game, and then you end up finding out, your dad kind of helped you with the first 4.5 million into your firm, right? You find out a lot of these people, there's always a story where their gains didn't come from these like slow momentum, building up of a house type of approach. Their gains came from something else. And trust me, if it worked, I'd be doing it because it sounds so logical to you. Let's just build the house one brick at a time. Unfortunately, what comes is something like SHIB comes and just blows everything out of the water, and then as a paper hander, they all get wrecked, okay? And if you don't pay attention to things like this, well, I've got some nice music for you, friends, because I do appreciate you. Okay, at the end of the day, you got to remember what we're here for. You're here so you don't end up on Coinfessions Rekt. Look at this person, what they said, okay? I was young. I was dumb. I just started working during 2021. I saw all the money everyone was making on NFT JPEGs, and then I got horny. I ended up putting somewhere between $15,000 into Solana NFTs. They are now worth only $300. So this person took an enormous hit. Guess what? Surprise, surprise, everybody else did too. But remember what I said about SHIB, friends, because during this mania, Dogecoin, meme coins, NFT gaming metaverse, I'm going to teach you something, man. Okay, I'm not even going to ask you the question because you're here to learn. You know the narratives that appeared up here? No one was thinking about them here. No one. Do you want to know what they were thinking about? I know what they were thinking about because I was buying some of them, okay? In here, people were thinking about last year and the year before's narratives. They were thinking about payment solutions, okay? They were thinking about store of value, like Litecoin and faster Bitcoins. They were thinking about token securitization. They were thinking about putting property on crypto blockchain. They were thinking about privacy coins. If you go and plant yourself in 2021, like I did for everyone, all those narratives that they thought were going to be big fell on their bum. They were not big at all. The market didn't price them in well. It didn't like them. They barely caught up with Ethereum. Instead, what you got were new narratives, new coins, new ideas. Memes became a sector. You had gaming, metaverse. Yes, you can say they're all trash. Of course, gaming in crypto is trash. No one can solve the formula. They're all grifts. All those big influencers shilling, of course they're going to dump on you. And people in the gaming world, it's like getting a tattoo every like 3 weeks. They're like, oh, I've got to change into the new game in like 2 or 3 months. There's no longevity here at all, okay? It's just degens playing around, and gaming is just an inefficient way to speculate, because why use the game? Why not just speculate for the sake of speculating? That's where we're getting at, right? Metaverse, also another grift. It's literally just World of Warcraft lobbies 20 years later. And you had DeFi 2.0, which was just Ponzi's, literally straight Ponzi's. Even though DeFi 1 was very, very Ponzi, like DeFi 2 was like Ponzi on Ponzi squared. It was like Olympus down. It was climber down. Like, oh, let's give everybody 30,000% APY, etc. Okay, so these types of things came out, but no one was thinking about it. NFTs, a big one. Monkey JPEGs got huge. No one was thinking about them. This gentleman who got wrecked here bought Solana NFTs. If only somebody like me was able to tell him back in 2020, hey, you see all those soy boy cucks with hunchbacks who are wearing brown tarnished slippers? Take those slippers off, put some fluffy slippers on, and remember, the time to win will only come for the people who sit through the pain now. And you still got to be prepared that you're not on the right winning horses yet, because you don't even know their names. Those names will come later. They're not going to be so obvious, but at least you're going to have an idea that they exist. So I wanted to let you know this, right? It's a funny story. This poor Coinfessions Rekt guy, like little did he know, right? He comes in, he buys the top of JPEG NFTs, but you saw SHIB make millions of dollars for people. Unfortunately, what's the difference here? It's just the timing. So SHIB made people millions of dollars, but then it got everybody wrecked at the end. Same as every other coin. You can say that for many other altcoins. But at the end of the day, it's all about your timing. You don't know exactly what's going to be a winner, but if there is a winner, you have to get in before that Bitcoin halving year, if you can, which is what we are, and then on the Bitcoin halving year, if things are to go euphoric. But you got to be super careful about the prices you're entering in on. And right now, everything's pretty much depressed, so you don't have to worry at all, okay? The retail crowd will never revisit an old story, okay? This is something all those mainstream YouTube influencers, I will go toe-to-toe with them, all right? I'll just stick my chin out. They're still too scared to take swings. They are poopy heads. They don't even know this. Or if they do, they're keeping it from you. Retailers, the emotional money, they do not go for something that already happened. It does not ever happen like that in asset speculation. People don't go back to that big thing that worked. Why? Why don't they, friends? I'll tell you why. It's because, you can go back here, okay? All those people who bought into like the Doge and the memes and the NFT gaming metaverse, okay? They lost. They're gone. You understand? So out of 100 people, 90% are gone. Only 10% remain. In the new wave, you're going to see a new set of people arrive to the market. Now, these people who arrive as peanut brains up here, or they wish they were peanut brains, they did not respond to the old narratives. They were watching them in the news. You see these people are entering here, they did not care about Doge, Saturday Night Live with Elon Musk. They didn't care about gaming, metaverse. They didn't care about DeFi 2.0, all this other trash. They didn't respond. So when they come into our next cycle coming, they are going to buy new things that they respond to. Because they're like, yeah, I didn't like Doge back then. Didn't really surprise me. Didn't tickle my fancy. So they're going to come into something else. Now, obviously, the $1 billion Satoshi question is, what's going to be the narratives that's exciting them? Okay, we don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. No one knows. Everybody says, oh, it's going to be AI. It's going to be China coins. It's going to be Pepe 4.0. They're all lying. Okay, they are all gazeb. Don't listen to them, because I'm telling you, whenever that narrative comes out, you're not going to believe it. That's how outlandish it'll be. When memes came out, no one believed they were even a freaking sector. Do you understand how controversial it was to even go to CoinGecko and see the meme coin sector? Do you understand that, friends? This category of memes was the most mind-blowing thing. The fact that you could see memes as a sector, this is just like, look at this, memes. It's an actual, it still baffles me to this day, memes. An actual sector called memes. Wow. So that's why you have the power of knowledge now, and we're still waiting for 2024 to tick over. Some people think they have a front run on coins right now, but I say, guess what? Every time you bring me one person with, oh, they've got an idea in a coin, guess what? I can find 50 others. Who's going to be right? I don't know. Okay, buy all 50 coins. Good luck with that. It's too hard, man. You need more than these other sectors split up. There's too many sectors, too many coins, too many grifters, too many scammers. There's nothing here that truly adds value or gets me excited, which means average retail is not excited. All right. The closest thing we got to is Friendtech, but Friendtech fizzled out. Why? Yeah, market wasn't ready. It's still around. I'm still posting in it every day. But when it comes to Friendtech, at least you got to see the principle. They didn't really invent anything new. They just combined features and put them together in a nice formula. So Friendtech, though, was social finance, okay? SoFi. You see that? That's a new sector. Social finance. People betting on their Twitter accounts. Now, it's funny when you think about it, but yes, it's true. We're going to see something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it'll be a few. Hopefully it's a few, and we can punt on all of them, okay? Got to get into the mindset of these new retailers. They only want new coins, new narratives. It's one of the reasons, for example, I like Pulse and PulseX more than Hex at these ratio prices. But I can understand if you don't want to touch them, because at the end of the day, Pulse is layer 1 contract chain. PulseX is a DEX. They are now in cycle 2 world. Ethereum EVM became a main narrative here. This was cycle 1 for it. We're now entering cycle 2 for EVM, same as DEXs, Uniswap, okay? So that just being completely intellectually honest. The narrative of the category is now entering cycle 2s. However, those coins themselves are cycle 1. So I want to know what you think, friends. What narrative do you think would appear next year? And are you personally ready to throw everything you know out the window and jump into something that might not make any sense today, but we can sniff that retailers with no clue are going to get hungry for. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button all. Tell mom and dad you do love and appreciate them. Don't forget to drink your water. Catch you soon.